Hi everybody, Thomas here. I just wanted to say that I'm not really built for racing. My wheels are tiny and my boiler's pretty small too. The E2 would tell you the same thing if he could talk, but he can't. Anyway, we're going to do the best we can and may the best engine win.
Hello there everybody, Sam's Trains here, welcome back to the Railway and welcome back to another exciting competition day here on the Railway. As Thomas said, today's competition is going to be between him and the E2 of course, I suppose it's his brother really, isn't it? They're both very similar models, so hopefully it will be a very interesting competition today. The reason I'm doing this is, last time I did this, which was I think for the Gordon versus the Flying Scotsman video, in the comments I got so many comments asking for Thomas to go against the E2. Actually, in the poll, the winner was Henry versus the Black 5, so probably I'll do that next time. But if you guys have any ideas for who should go head-to-head during the next one of these videos I do, let me know in the comments, and if there's anything massively popular, then that's what I'll do next time. But anyway, let's talk about today's competition. So just like last time, there's going to be 3 rounds. The first round is going to be a good old-fashioned race between these two. Then I'm going to do a bit of a pulling power test, see how many coaches each of them can manage. That should be interesting. And then finally, I'm going to do a bit of an agility test, see how they handle the points and things, which hopefully should produce a winner. So without any further ado, let's get on with the race then, and place your bets in the poll. Who's going to win? I think it's going to be the E2. There we go, that's my guess. Alright, good luck Thomas, good luck E2, let's see what happens. Alright, so there they are then on the starting line, Thomas and the E2 ready to race. Should be very exciting. Obviously Thomas is on the inside line, which means he's got less far to go, and obviously that's not very fair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 laps, and after the first I'm going to swap these points and get each engine to do another lap on the opposite line, which hopefully means that they will have to travel the same distance, which makes it fair. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick my switch, and as soon as I do, they're going to be set to around 90% power, and as soon as they're off, we'll follow them around the room and we'll figure out who's the winner. At this stage, I'll have no idea who it's going to be, so if you haven't voted on who you think it's going to be already, do it right now because I'm about to start. Okay, Thomas and the E2, are you ready? Don't burn those motors out now. Keep it steady. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! And the E2's pulled into the lead, but Thomas seems to be catching up. Yes, Thomas is overtaken as they go up the country straight. Oh, they're going very similar, but Thomas seems just to be in the lead as they head towards the bookshelf there. Yep, underneath the bookshelf, we'll see who's in the lead when they come out the other end. Who does it seem to be? I think, oh, the E2 might just be pulling ahead. Yes, I think the E2 is just about in the lead, and I've got to change some points, and there may be a bit of a crash here. I'm not too sure about this. Well, they were that close that they arrived at the points at the exact same moment, and I wasn't counting on that. So what I'm going to do is we'll swap the E2 onto this line. We'll swap Thomas onto the other line and push them back a bit so neither of them have got to start on an express point. There we go. And I suppose what I'll do is I'll start them off again. Should be fair because they're still neck and neck. But truly, whoever gets here first next time is going to be the winner. Okay, let's get this queued up again to go. You ready then? Second lap. Whoever wins this is the winner overall. Okay, here we go. Carry on. And it looks as though the E2 is just about pulling into the lead here, unfortunately. Looks like they were pretty well balanced during the first lap, but now that the E2's on the inside line, he seems to be doing a lot better. And certainly the E2 is in the lead as they go underneath the bookshelf there. Thomas is dragging behind it just a little bit, but it is quite close. But no, it does look like the E2's got it, although is Thomas gaining on him? No, it doesn't look like it. So as they come around the final curve then, it looks like the E2 has just about done it, but it really was close. There we go, it was the E2. So unfortunately for round 1, the E2 wins. Let's bring them all back. There we go, there's Thomas. Lost the first round unfortunately. And there's the E2 who did win. Wow, so the engines of Sodor haven't been too successful on the races so far. But okay, let's move on to the power pulling test then and see how they do with that. Alright, so as you may know, my layout has its very own version of Gordon's Hill, and it got that name because there is a slight slope there, and some of the engines, especially Gordon, occasionally struggle to pull some coaches up there. And so that means that it's the perfect place to hold a little bit of a coach pulling power test, and so that's what I'm going to do. So here's the E2. The E2 won the last round, so he's going to be going first. He's going to be starting with 4 of these coaches. I just need to put the last one on the back there so that he has got 4. And once he's done that successfully, then Thomas will have his turn, and if Thomas can pull 4 coaches up Gordon's Hill just as well as the E2 can, then we'll move on to the next round where they'll have to pull 5, 6, and then, you know, eventually they're going to struggle. So let's give the E2 his turn first then, so let me go and give him some juice. Here we go. Keep watching, Thomas, you'll get some hints and tips on how to do this. Okay, good luck to the E2, let's see how she does. Okay. Yep, that's looking good to me. Can't see any wheel slip. So that means that the E2 has got on to the second round. Let's see if Thomas can do the same thing. Alright, Thomas, you head on to the front of the train then. Let me just remove the E2. The E2 can sit on that track just there. There you go then, Thomas. It's your go. Right, good luck, Thomas. Shouldn't be too hard for you. Let's see how you do. Okay, let me know if you see any wheel slip from Thomas. But to be honest with you, that is looking good. So they've both passed on to the second round. Okay, let's add a coach and see how they do with that. Okay, time for the 5-coach test then, so let me just take Thomas off there for a second. I'll add another one of these lovely green coaches onto the track and pop the E2 back onto the front, of course. And it's his turn to try again. Okay, round 2, here we go. Okay, here comes the E2. Yep, looks good to me. It's quite an impressive load for an 060. Alright, let's see if Thomas can match it. Here he goes then, with 5 coaches. Let's hope he doesn't start struggling. Alright, here he comes now. Nope, looks good to me. So things are going to start getting serious now with 6 coaches. Okay, let's see how the E2 gets on. Okay, here we go then with the 6th coach. You see, I would have thought that 6 coaches was always too much for an engine like this. And I hope it doesn't do any damage to their motors, but I'm on hand to service them after this. So hopefully they'll be okay. Alright, here goes the E2 then with 6 coaches. Let's see if she manages that. Okay, keep watching for some of that wheel slip. Nope, none was visible. Alright, let's see if Thomas can do it. Okay, Thomas, good luck. 6 coaches. Let's see if you can do it. Okay. Any problems there? Nope, doesn't seem like it. Right, let's go on to the 4th round then, and we'll add 2 more coaches this time and see if that makes any difference. So yes, they both seem to be finding this really easy, so let's see if we can produce some wheel slip then by adding 2 more coaches this time, and see what the E2 makes of that. I predict that she will make it, but I think there's going to be some wheel slip this time, there's got to be. Okay, there goes the E2 then, onto the track she is, and here we go, let's get to Gordon's Hill, and let's see what happens. And this really is a massive train for a little 060 to be pulling. Whoa, look at that. That's what we were after. That's the result. Alright, a little bit of hesitation there. I definitely saw a lot of wheel slip that time. Oh, this could be the end for Thomas then. Let's hope Thomas can match it. Okay, here we go. Alright, Thomas, this is the biggest train you've ever pulled, but good luck. I really hope you can manage it. Oh, there's definitely some wheel slip going on there. But let's see how he manages it. Hopefully he will. Alright. Oh dear. There is some serious wheel slip going on here. And he's stopped. Oh, you know what that means, don't you? That means that Thomas has lost the 2nd round as well. Oh, what do we do now? Well, you know what that means, don't you? It means we've already got a winner. The E2 has beaten Thomas. But I still really want to see what they would have done in that final round on the points. So let's just do one little bonus round where they have to tackle some points at high speed, over points at full speed really, and we'll see out of interest whether they can both stay on the track for this test. Okay, let's find out whether they can. So the E2 is up first then, and personally I think these have got to draw because they're so similar, aren't they? But you never know. So let's figure this out. Here you go then, E2 at full speed. Let's see what happens. Okay, so over the first set of points, no problem. Into the second set, and out the other end of the siding. Yep, just perfect. Can't fault it. Right, let's see what happens with Thomas then. Well, the E2 did it absolutely faultlessly, but let's see if Thomas can do the same. Good luck, Thomas. I'm sorry that you didn't win today, but at least you've been a good sport about it, unlike Gordon was. Alright, here we go. Over the first set, yep, fine. Second set, no problem. The last few, let's see. Yep, you did it. Right, so that last round would have been a draw then if we'd have had to get to it. But unfortunately, the E2 was the winner overall. So well done, E2. Sorry about that, Thomas. But seriously, we need some characters from Team Thomas that are going to beat their real life counterparts. So let me know if you've got any ideas on who should do the next little competition, and I'll be sure to do those. But for now, from me, from Thomas and the E2, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you all very, very soon. Alright, cheers everybody, see you next time.